Have you ever got to the school gates and your child suddenly decides that they will not go in? They're running around ignoring you as your cheeks get redder and redder, but they stay just out of arm's reach. You want the ground to swallow you up and everyone is pretending to not look at you. It's easy to think I've got a naughty kid or they're just trying to make me look bad, but it's just not the right way to look at it. The truth is, there's nothing wrong with them. Their behaviour is a reflection on how they've been parented. So the answer lies with us, and this situation is pretty easy to resolve. Today, I'm going to show you 4 simple steps to make the school drop-offs much easier for both of you. So I want to give you my own personal experience of this. The other day, I was walking my kids to school and we were talking about all the normal stuff, what they were going to be up to that day, how the leaves had gone all crunchy in the frost, and what Bingo and Bluey had been up to in their latest antics. All normal stuff. I dropped my eldest child off at her classroom and then I marched my 5-year-old off to his classroom. I gave a cheery hello to the teacher, gave him a big sloppy kiss and a "have a wonderful day, darling." And then at this point, instead of walking in the door, he decided this was his cue to run off around the playground giggling. I used my sturdiest, firmest voice and said, come here, and he just kept out of arm's reach. The head teacher was there watching, his teacher was there watching, and I was really, really embarrassed. Eventually, when he was ready, he went in, and I walked away in a bit of a huff all the way home and really disappointed with how I'd handled that. The problem was I wasn't really very prepared. He's not really done that before. He's refused to put his coat on, refused to put his bag on, that kind of stuff, but not this particular thing. So I was kind of taken by surprise. So if you've had an experience like this where your child has merrily mocked you in front of other people, don't worry, I have solutions. So I want to explain exactly what's happening here. It's good old-fashioned defiance. Young kids often act out in public because they lack emotional regulation skills. They don't yet know how to handle big feelings or excitement, nervousness or frustration. They may be feeling separation anxiety too. And this can come out in different ways for different children. In other words, they just want to be with you more. In these moments, they're looking to you for guidance. But if you lose authority, they end up feeling in charge, and that's actually quite overwhelming for them. Next, you need to reframe it in your head. Don't take it personally. It's not a personal attack. This isn't about you. My boy is not responsible for my feelings. They are my responsibility. He was full of joy, not malice in this case, and he was enjoying the game of me trying to catch him and encouraging more connection with me. Instead of leaping straight into consequence, try to get your child to understand why they're behaving in that way by validating their feelings. You're feeling really excited today, aren't you? Or if they're running away upset, say, you're feeling worried about going into school. I get it. But I know that you have a really fun day planned and your teacher is excited to show you what's in store. If they keep running away, don't chase them unless they're in danger. This loses your authority. State you will wait for them to come to you. When they have come to you, teach them emotional regulation skills and how to manage their feelings. When you feel excited, let's practice taking 3 deep breaths to bring down the energy a bit before we go inside. Then you need to set up expectations and explain the boundary. Stay in firm authority. You are the team leader and you are in charge. Have you actually told them the behaviour that you want to see? Or have you just assumed they will know? The key to boundary setting is to be clear and consistent. So I needed to tell my son that he's expected to go straight in and follow my instructions at school. Boundary enforcement is an immediate intervention by you. If your child is struggling to stay close, you enforce the boundary by holding his or her hand all the way to the door. Over time, as they build emotional regulation skills, you can loosen that boundary. I think there's a time and a place for consequences. They address the behaviour afterwards. So reinforcing a boundary happens immediately, consequences come later. So something you could say is, since you ran away at drop-off today, I'll hold your hand again tomorrow. This reinforces the boundary without anger or frustration. I believe consequences teach children about the relationship between their actions and the outcome, but consequences should be the last step. They also need to be age and context appropriate. First of all, we need to be setting and enforcing the boundary before we think about consequences as a form of, say, punishment. Defiance isn't a sign your child is bad. It's a sign that they're learning. I believe that by understanding what's behind the behaviour, staying calm yourself and setting clear boundaries, you'll make drop-offs a lot easier at school and help your child develop skills they'll need to use for life. If you've struggled with moments like this, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story and help you navigate it. Make sure you check out my next video to learn more insights into your child's behaviour. I'll see you next time.